Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. And if you don't mind, I would like to continue on by responding to the wonderful comments that you very kindly left behind on a video that I uploaded a couple weeks back with regard to the start of the Barnes Noble Criterion Collection sale taking place during this month of July 2022 in the United States. And so there were a number of comments I had the great fortune of being able to receive. Thank you very much, my dear friends, for that. And so let me now take the opportunity in this video format to respond to such comments. And that brings us to the comment from John Bob Joe. So hello, John Bob Joe. It's nice to see you. And you say, "Good day, Daisuke. I hope you are in pleasant spirits while reading this. It's always nice when I watch an upload from this channel. Your commentary is always insightful and earnest. It's a shame that you're currently unable to partake in the sale festivities, and I hope there's some sort of change that will alter that. In light of all this, though, I'll gladly participate in your vicarious celebration of the sale by telling you the films I acquired yesterday at a Barnes Noble. I'll be honest with you, I might have gotten a little carried away this sale. I would be concerned, but you only live once. By the way, all of these are blind buys. Antichrist, Badlands, The Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie, The Phantom of Liberty, That Obscure Object of Desire, Carnival of Souls, Celebration, Crash, The Cremator, Eamofe, This Is My Desire, The Funeral, Funny Games, House, Mouchette, Punch Drunk Love, Taste of Cherry, Vengeance is Mine." Wow. Recently, I've also acquired a couple films not from Criterion due to online discounts / sales. La Chinoise, The Conversation. There are also a few films I had hoped to get but weren't available at the Barnes Noble I attended that I might purchase later in the month. The most notable of these films are Manila and the Claws of Light, Oshima's Death by Hanging, and Godard's Every Man for Himself. I hope you enjoyed reading this. Your channel is always a joy, and I always look forward to seeing more from it. Have a good rest of your day. John Bob Joe, thank you so much for this. You are so kind, so kind indeed. Wow, and really, so thoughtful. Again, I don't deserve the kindness that you've shown and others have shown. So I really don't deserve it. Thank you so much for sharing with me this. And yes, reading your comment found me in very pleasant spirits indeed, and that was due to your great and kind enthusiasm, my dear friend. So thank you so much for that. And yes, you have a number of titles that you got. There are a number of titles that you say you weren't able to find at that local Barnes & Noble that you visited, but your list of the titles that you did get, is magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. And you say they have these are all films that you have not seen. So I wonder what your reactions will be to these films. I mean, we're speaking about David Cronenberg films here. So Crash, Crash, you have on that list here. House, the Japanese film. Mouchette, I'm a big fan of the works of Bresson. I had the great opportunity to speak recently about the film Eamofe, This Is My Desire, which I had seen for the first time upon the recent Criterion release. That is a wow. A Vengeance is Mine. I have not yet had the chance to talk about this directly, but that is also wow, gosh. And Taste of Cherry, Punch Drunk Love, oh my goodness. Funny Games, yes. The Cremator, oh goodness. Carnival of Souls, etc. So, and you also mentioned too The Conversation in La Chinoise. And so I am thoroughly impressed, my dear friend, John Bob Joe. Thoroughly impressed indeed. And as you say, these are all fresh watches for you. So you haven't seen these films yet. So I am so curious now, John Bob Joe, what your reactions are to watching these films for the first time. Are there any that stand out to you in particular? Maybe some films that you watched and you think, so. Others you felt quite the opposite reaction, maybe overwhelmingly positive, etc., or anywhere across that spectrum, my dear friend. I would love to know anytime let me repeat, I would love to know anytime, my dear friend, what you feel about these films. Fantastic list, my dear friend, and your kindness it knows no bounds. It's really very, very, very kind indeed. The depth of your kindness is very lovely. So, John Bob Joe, thank you very much, and I look forward to hearing from you again. I hope I hope the opportunity will present itself for us to be able to speak again in the comment section or otherwise very, very soon. Thank you, and warmest regards. I hope you're well, my friend. Thank you. Next, we have the comment from What Happened to Them. So, hello, what happened to them? I hope that my response finds you well. And you say, Daisuke, thank you as usual for everything you do for us movie enthusiasts. It's incredibly thoughtful of you to let others know about the sale, even though you can't participate in it yourself. This shows how much you care about the Criterion Collection. Oh, thank you so much. What happened to them? Thank you. And really, not at all. Not at all. I am, of course, I wish I could participate directly, but that's how these things go. And so, but that's okay. That's perfectly okay. As I say, I live vicariously through the great enthusiasm and cinematic journeys of people like you and others here, and they could be Criterion, they could be non-Criterion. You know, cinema, of course, I understand, right? Cinema is not only Criterion. Of course, cinema is boundless. Cinema is limitless. It's this wide, vast ocean of discovery and possibility. And so, but it just happens that this month is the Barnes Noble Criterion sale. So it's just that opportunity yet again to be able to celebrate it and to enjoy it. And please, that's the most important thing, right? To enjoy oneself, as was mentioned in the previous comment by John Bob Joe. You only live once, right? Time is very limited. I'm always thinking about time, and of course, it's always wonderful and liberating to think about the boundless nature of time, but also at the same time, time is precious, and so we must celebrate it and be mindful of it, and also enjoy it while we can. And one of the ways I would say one can enjoy it, or at least I can enjoy it, is through cinema. And one of the avenues of enjoying that through cinema is, of course, through the Criterion Collection. It's not the only way, I understand, but it is one way. So what happened to them? Thank you very much for your lovely comment. I hope that you are well. Please have a wonderful rest of the week, and cheers. Next, we have Cade Glover. So hello, Cade Glover, and it's nice to see you. And you say, I probably spent much more than I should have, but I have no regrets. Of the many things I got, I am most excited by the Godzilla box set as well as the Yojimbo Sanjuro box set. Congratulations, well done. Yes, the Godzilla set. Yes, so you're referring, I think, to Spine 1000. Yes, that huge, wonderfully colorful set and collection of the Showa era films. I hope you enjoy that. That is a brilliant set from a fan. From my perspective, I'm a fan of the works of Godzilla, and so when I got the news about the Showa films entering the collection, it was a very joyous occasion. And of course, that begs the question: will we see other Godzilla films in this Criterion Collection? Of course, one hopes, one always hopes, one keeps one's fingers crossed, of course. But in the meantime, we have that brilliant set which you have said that you got. Well done, congratulations, and Yojimbo Sanjuro, the combination films here from Kurosawa from the early 60s, starring Toshio Mifune. These films are phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I remember watching Sanjuro for the first time and just being so, it was just, it was like lightning strikes in a lot of places. That's how I feel about watching Kurosawa films. And indeed, too, when I saw Yojimbo for the first time as a kid, I've mentioned it before, but this was, I think, one of the most important moments of my life. Not just cinema life, but my life. It was one of the most important moments in my life to have discovered Yojimbo, the Kurosawa film, when I did at a relatively young age. And as I say, had I not discovered Yojimbo at that young age, maybe my life would be completely different. completely different. So I hold that film in such high regard for personal reasons, as well as, of course, the nature and craft of those films. Oh, well done, well done. And you say you purchased other things too. So I wonder what those other things that you got. You said of the many things that I got. So what are those other many things? I wonder. If you have the opportunity, I'd love to hear about it anytime, my dear friend. But thank you so much for this great comment. I hope that my response finds you well, and all the best, and hopefully we can talk soon. Cheers. And next we have a comment from our dear friend Armand the Vampire. So hello, Armand the Vampire. It's always nice to see you. I hope you're well. And you say, hello, Daisuke, my friend. I sincerely hope that you and your family are well. This is the first time I chose to take part in the sale, but since I live outside of North America, I ordered through Amazon. Even though the shipping and VAT taxes didn't really get my order a huge discount in the end, I still couldn't resist ordering some editions that have been on my to-buy list for a long time. Notorious, Memories of Murder, Itu Mama Tambien, The Innocents, Rebecca, Fantastic Mr. Fox, The Ice Storm. Before the sale started, I pre-ordered Okja and Drive My Car, so looking forward to them as well. All the best from Sweden. Congratulations. Well done, Armand the Vampire. Thank you so much. It's always nice to hear from you. It's wonderful. And yes, thank you for asking, as my family and I are well. So, and I hope all is well with you, my dear friend. That list is great. That list is absolutely great. I haven't spoken about The Innocents on this channel. I really should try to make time for that again. And I have so many failings, and that's one of them, but I should try to remedy that one of these days. I've spoken a little bit about Notorious. I love this film very much. It's one of my favorite works from director Alfred Hitchcock, as well as Rebecca. You have two of my favorite Hitchcock works there on your list. Great stuff. Fantastic Mr. Fox. I haven't spoken about this film enough either. So again, my failing. And The Ice Storm. The Ice Storm is. I remember I saw the film when I was young, and then I watched the film a number of occasions, and then I watched the film rather recently. Now I'm somewhat older, quite older, in fact, than when I first saw the film for the first time. And now I have children, whereas when I saw the film for the first time, I didn't. And now I look at the film The Ice Storm, and it's so emotionally powerful. It's so emotionally powerful, and so with this thing which we call age and time and life experience and all this, I wouldn't say that there are 100% parallels between my life and the characters of The Ice Storm per se, but that's still there's still ways in which I can find myself maybe feeling certain areas of, say, accessibility with the world and with the emotional dynamics of the characters there. And it's very overwhelming. So bravo for being able to do that, my dear friend. Get those films. Well done indeed, Armand the Vampire. Thank you so much for this. And I always look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you're well, my friend.